parang ano eh, sila yung parang ace player natin eh. Pero eto na, Infinity, ating game number 2 between the Green Koalas versus the White Pandas. Makakabawi ba sila Hypebex? Sila Kaisaya? Tingnan natin para sa laban na to.
Indeed, gonna be the question right now. Though important to take note, Kaisaya has brought her game face on with the Corki as their ADC for this game. We also have a Yasuo, 0-6 power spike for Green Koalas, Riku with a Teemo, Bambi DR with the Jarvan 4, and even actually digging out the Ziggs for their mid lane. For the side of White Pandas though, we have Fofi on the Vayne, we have Yasumi on the Lulu, Hypebex with the Orianna, Angelay Lila with the Lee Sin, and Garen for a Bumbum.
Yes, indeed. And maganda. For the lineup Infinity, tingin mo ba sino ang lamang? Para sa akin feeling ko mas pabor ako dun sa lineup ng White Pandas because of the sustain na meron sila, especially that is Alulu, no? And di lang yun, ang ganda rin ng crowd control nila. Maganda rin ng jungle nila with the Lee Sin. Kaya magbura or kaya din mag-setup para dun sa clash natin. And yung Garen din makunat din to pero ang problema kasi sa Garen, kalaban niya si Teemo.
So that's gonna be the first blood actually going to the side of Green Koalas as we have more fights occurring into the fight. Fofi actually forced out the flash. Yasumi a low HP remaining. Warthog's actually falling back a bit. 1 HP remaining, still alive and barely breathing for the side of Green Koalas, and they're happy to get first blood to their team. But succession in the mid lane, Hypebex TV brings down the Vayne in a 1v1 individual matchup that we actually missed. And I do agree with your statement a while ago, right? White Pandas, in a sense, has the advantage, but I have two dilemmas. When you're talking about the early game, Green Koalas is gonna take it all. But White Pandas, when it comes to mid-game making fights, that is their scaling point, where you have the Vayne and you have the Lulu to set it all up with sustainability.
Yes, indeed. And as of now, kung makikita mo yung ginagawa dito ng Green Koalas, dito na natin nakikita yung map awareness mismo ni Kaisaya dito sa Dragon Lane. Nakita niya nagka-clash doon sa may river. So, ang ginawa dito ni Kaisaya with the Corki, pumunta kagad siya doon sa clash. At di lang yon, because of that, nakakuha sila ng kill. Actually, muntik na mapatay yung Yasuo, pero out of range yung ating Vayne. Pero look at this, Infinity, meron tayong clash na nangyayari.
Absolutely, but we just missed that fight, and I think that was actually a very, very good fight for the side of Green Koalas, right? The Yasuo, unexpectedly, is their jungler, right? So, in the 3-minute mark, we're in junglers are gonna be very important. So, going back for now, having Yasuo safe, yes, you didn't actually get any kills, but considering your jungler is still gonna be alive in terms of the next objective to come, that is gonna be very important.
Yes, tama yun. Tama yung sabi mo. Pero ano to sobrang nakakagulat to. Yasuo, jungle. We know naman usually pag pick ng jungle more on na crowd control like the Bai, like the Wukong, like the J4. Pero ang Green Koalas, ibang klase ang ginagawa nila dito. Yasuo jungle. And going to static shield, kung di ako nagkakamali, more on critical items ang ginagawa niya. Pero White Pandas, I think kailangan nilang gumalaw na kagad dito sa early game dahil we know naman pagdating sa game, delikado sila. And
I like what's happening right now as Hypex TV is gonna be locked it down into the cataclysm of Bambi DR, but we have a follow-up. We have a response from Fofi actually stunning out the Zig. His Ben is actually forcing to back away. The ultimate actually connects, but the fight is not gonna be enough in favor of White Pandas. They're destroying enemy team lines. They're destroying the fight. And Angelay Lila, actually a perfect time to go for the response, getting 2 more kills to their side. And now they're back into the game with the 1k gold lead, or 100 gold lead rather.
That is a good backup mula sa side ng White Pandas. At ngayon, Infinity, they want to get the first objective. So, kita mo naman yung damage na binibigay dito ng ating Yasuo. And Infinity, mukhang may bakbakan na naman tayo.
Actually going for the ultimate, but the knockup is gonna connect. Actually a very, very smart move coming in from White Pandas. Yasuo is not gonna be available in the fight. Bambi is forced back away right now. 1 HP remaining. Kaisaya actually going for those free hits, trying to go for those safe plays, but it's not gonna be enough as well as they are missing 2 people in that fight. I like how Rico is doing though in the barrel lane. They're going for some split push.
Oo, ang kulit dito ni Rico, no? Ginagawa dito ni Rico, trabaho lang. Sabi ni Rico, wala akong paki. Kahit mag-clash kayo, basta ako, babasag ako ng tower dito. And kanina, dun sa DR buffs, dun sa DR rip natin, Infinity, onting-onti na lang yung buhay ng ibang miyembro ng White Pandas pero hindi pa rin sila namatay because of the range na meron mismo ang Queen Koalas. Maganda rin yung shockwave sa totoo lang ni Hypebex, no? Para ma-deny rin dito si Kaisaya, para hindi rin talaga makapag-momentum sa damage dito si Kaisaya. And I think Kaisaya going to the Trinity Force kung di ako nagkakamali.
Probably that is what's gonna happen. And I like how Jarvan 4 went in for the flag and spear onto the top hill, used up the blast cone, and that just enables White Pandas to go for that burst setup against Green Koalas. And speaking of setups though, Poppy is gonna go for the stun against that. Yasuo is gonna fall down. Sai is gonna follow up. Bambi stasis to just delay the fight, but that is gonna be over as White Pandas just decimated Green Koalas in that team fight and securing the mountain break in the process.
Galing talaga, no, ni Angelilay mag-secure ng mga objectives natin, at di lang objectives ang makukuha nila doon dahil meron din silang nakuwang kills. Kahit papano, as of now, Infinity, mukhang meron tayong clash na nangyayari sa top lane between the Garen, also the Timo, and kita mo naman si Bamba, hindi niya alam kung nasan ba yung Timo dahil nag-i-invisible itong maliit na Yordle na to.
Invisibility Jutsu! Riku! Timo! You're gone!
Oo nga
Yung jutsu ni Rico with the Timo right now. But the Rift Herald is now gonna be initiated by Green Koalas. But Pandas doesn't have any idea because there is no information for them to actually get this information. But Hypex TV is gonna get that info. Rift Herald is gonna be right up. The Shockwave is potentially gonna steal this, but the Jarvan 4 went in for the smite, actually secured the Rift Herald. We have Rico versus Angela Elida going in for the 1v1 setup. And Kaisai goes for the response as well. Flash in, goes for the damage output, and not gonna connect, and not gonna opt to go for the follow-up. Rico is here into the sidelines, and that is gonna be the ultimate topping off. And Even is just there to pop up the GA against White Pandas. At this point, they're happy with the Rift Herald. They're happy with Objective 3.
Grabe, ang gulo ng clash doon sa Herald natin, no? Pero still, Green Koalas will get that objective. So, di lang yun, napansin mo yung 1v1 ni Lizzie tsaka ni Timo. Kulang sa damage. I think kung meron pang konting items na damage tong Lizzie, siguro kanina papatay dito si Rico. And maganda rin ang ginagawa dito ni Hypex to zone out yung ibang champion ng Green Koalas. While the bottom lane, one-on-one pa rin naman ni Yasuo, also the Garen. Top lane natin yung Infinity, I think. Mukhang magkakaroon tayo ng clash.
Tiger Spear Cataclysm for Kofi actually getting locked up into the cage. But we have Rico and Kaisai here just delaying the fight. And Bambi smart to go for the flash away. And they're the recall. And they're safe. They just delayed the flash. They just delayed rather the push of the wave into the Baron lane. But they wasted the flash and the ultimate at the same time.
Oh! Muntik na, hindi tumama yung shockwave ni Hypebex, but still, Angelilay will get that kill mula sa side dito ng Green Koalas. That is a good initiate mula dito sa ibang miyembro ng White Pandas, but the top lane talagang gustong basagay nila Poppy and Yasumiao. Itong first torrent, well, yung first torrent kasi ang pinakamahalaga dito, the first blood torrent with the plus gold yan. Syempre, kung di mo nagkakamali, 100 plus ang binibigay ng gold sa buong teammates mo pag nabasag nyo yung unang torrent ng ating game. At pang magkakaroon na naman tayo ng another objectives, Infinity in just little bit seconds. Pero mukhang may galawan dito ang White Panda, Infinity. Kunukuha nila yung Scuttler para ma-secure mismo yung buong river, which is a good strategy para dito sa White Pandas. While si Garen, talagang nakikipag one-on-one dito sa Rico.
Oh, Angela Elale actually diving in on the threat. Rico with the bomb going for the ultimate, securing the kill against Rico at that point. That is going to be the Baron Laner versus the Baron Laner. But we have the Rift Herald though in favor of Green Koalas going in for the first turret. And they're jumping right through. This is potentially going to the side of Green Koalas for the top first blood. And that is big money. 150 gold for every single one of Green Koalas. And Bambi DR is just happy to go for those early gold.
Ganda lang ginawa dito ni Bambi DR. Talaga nakapag-buy time siya kahit papano dito. Pero ang tanong, ang maganda kasing ginawa dito ng Green Koalas or ng J4, nakuha nila yung first blood torrent dito even though na mamatay kagad yung Herald. At di lang yun, because of that, nakakuha sila ng extra gold at pwede pa nila makuha yung second objective of our game. And speaking of objectives, mukhang may objective dito si Kaisaya. That is a good delivery mula dito sa Corki, but this damage is still not enough mula dito kay Kaisaya. And Yasuo and the Corki, also the rest of Green Koalas, and the White Pandas. I think magkakaroon tayo ng clash dito. Infinity sa may bandang DR.
Bonbon is just too deep in the fight. He is gonna get picked off by Green Koalas at that point. And I think that was a mistake. He was in too deep in that fight. There was no response from the side of White Pandas and his teammates because they were not available even near against Green Koalas in the match. Angela United though actually goes in for the sun, actually go for the dash away with the Cataclysm actually connect. It's gonna be the Smite Wars, but the red team actually secured Cloud Dragon for the third Green Koalas. The Warthog actually tries to go back away with the tornado up. Yasumiao with the clutch blast. He is still safe, but he went back in. It is gonna be a kill for their team. Rico is forced back away for now as Kobe is jumping right through with his stun actually going in for the quadra kill against Green Koalas with Even, the only one remaining for the side of Green Koalas.
Grabe, ang ganda ng positioning dito ni Poppy as a Vayne. Ang ganda rin ng mga ginawa mismong protekta ng White Pandas dun sa ADC nila. Take note guys, hindi tumama yung shockwave dito ni Hypebex dun sa may bandang BR pit natin. Well, still, that is a good clash para dito sa White Pandas dahil because of that, nakakuha sila ng advantage kahit pa paano even though na hindi nila nakuha yung kanilang objectives. And look at the flash mula sa J4 natin, mga kaibigan. Yasuo with the low HP, that is a good growth mula kay Yasuo to protect Hypebex, no, para hindi siya mapatay mismo ng ibang miyembro ng Green Koalas, and that is a easy kill for the side of White Panda.
I mean, ideally, that was a smart move for Warthogs because that is like an Oriana kill for their team, right? But he didn't expect that his teammates were just too far behind, so there was no support. And at that point, when you're a jungler, you're needed in terms of every single point of the game, every single point of the map. And when you just get killed like that, I think that is gonna be a problem for them. So right now, Green Koalas is at a 12 kill deficit with around 9k gold. They go into the side of White Pandas as well. Gonna be a very interesting question on how Green Koalas is gonna put themselves back up and evenly matched up against White Pandas in terms of gold.
Yes, tama ka doon. And gaya nga sabi mo, malaking lamang ng gold ng pagdating sa White Pandas. And I think sa BR buffs tayo magkakatalo dito. If ever na nakuha ng Green Koalas itong BR, sobrang laking ambag to para sa kanila para mag-even dun sa goal natin. O hindi lang yun, baka nga maubos pa nila itong ibang miyembro ng White Pandas. Pero as of now, tamang positioning lang yung both teams natin because alam nila na ito na yung pinakamahalagang objectives of our game. And kita mo na yung ginagawa.
Yeah, I like it. Like the poking capabilities of Hypex TV puts Jarvan 4 HP into 1/3 damage already, even before the fight actually occurred against them. So White Pandas is thinking very, very smart. Let's think about security. Let's think about risk-free gameplay. And that is what is smart for the side of White Pandas. But right now, Warthog is actually diving into the match with a Cataclysm and actually connects to Yasuo. Yasuo goes for the flash away onto the hill. Yasuo is actually getting killed by Fofi. Kaisai went in for the flash away. Fofi tried to catch up. It's gonna be the damage output. True damage secured by Vayne against Kaisai. And Kaisai falls back down onto the ground. Got a 4-kill lead. But fight is not gonna be over. Making it big. Getting killed by White Pandas. 2 members remain for Green Koalas. And they're gonna secure another turret into the Baron lane. Baron Nashor is still gonna be up, but they opted to go for the inhibitor turret, which I think is gonna be much smarter because you have the Jarvan 4, you still have Rico to the side of Green Koalas. And at that point, you have the wave pushing in your favor. So why not utilize this aspect of the game and get that inhibitor turret securely so that you can have that natural lane pressure in your favor. So smart move right now for the side of White Pandas. Redemption actually getting information to the side of Green Koalas as we have Bomb actually trying to secure, but we have the red team go for the dash away, stealing the Baron Nashor. That is gonna potentially bring them back into the game. But the question would be is if they could stay alive to actually go and utilize the Baron Nashor at this point, as we have Kaisaya actually falling down. The Mega Inferno Bomb actually securing one more kill for their side. But we have Kofi going for the stun against Even. That is another kill for the White Pandas. Green Koalas, single member remaining for their team. And I don't think that Vampy could defend this perfectly. The test timers are just too far up for Green Koalas to make a defense at this point in the tier 2 turret into the mid lane. But I think Jarvan 4 is actually trying to think of something. What is going to happen next is going to be very important for their team, as the Infernal Drake is going to be alive in this fight. And that is a very, very important objective at this point in the game. The late game is going to state it all, and White Pandas has taken advantage of every single aspect that they could have in the early to mid game. And yun nga nasabi ko guys kanina. White Pandas will have the advantage if they go to mid-game late game fights. You have Fofi as the Vayne, and you have Yasumiao as the sort of sustainability support for the Fofi to just go for free hits, to just go for skill. And when you're considering that Fofi has the ultimate as well, he goes the invisibility time frame, right? And that invisibility is actually putting you up into Green Koala's thinking of where should we target? Who should we target? Right? That just confuses Green Koala's mind on what to do next. So I think that is a smart move right now for the side of White Pandas, and having to secure the Infernal Drake as well in their team is actually very big. 20k gold lead for them right now. Fofi with a BRK, Fofi with a GA, IE as well with a Battle Dance. That is huge damage. And if you're looking at that one shot for Fofi is gonna bring Warthog's HP into 1/5 of a damage. A very smart move right now for White Panda, securing a lot of objectives right now. But Rico into the Dragon lane is actually going for some split push. This can be utilized by White Pandas into the mid lane, go for some kills and finish the game. But they're opting not to go for that one, and they're going for sort of a defensive play, and Bambi actually going for the Flag and Spear. No connection, no follow-up. It's still going to be stalemate right now for White Pandas and Green Koalas. So right now we're just waiting for a mistake to happen. I think White Pandas is looking for an opportunity to actually decimate the enemy team in terms of their HP. And Green Koalas is waiting for the right time to actually have a mistake for White Pandas to then go for the counter attack. Then go for the counter play against your enemy team. I think that is what Green Koalas is doing right now. They did it in the past, and I see no reason why they couldn't do it again today. Bum is pushing into the Baron lane, so this is going to be the member advantage for the side of Green Koalas. It's going to be the shockwave connecting to Bambi at this point, but the wind wall actually secures their lives. They're still safe and breathing. But Bum, the Garen of White Pandas, split pushing into the Dragon lane. Gonna be very important. This is the only tier 2 turret remaining for the side of Green Koalas. If they secure this, that is gonna open up the bottom side jungle for the side of White Pandas against the enemy team. Now considering that the Baron Nashor is gonna be available in this fight, this is potentially gonna be the source of the matchup, the team fight for these two teams. If this is gonna be the fisher move for the side of White Pandas, or is it gonna be the counter play for the side of Green Koalas? So that is going to be the question that needs to be answered right now, as White Pandas is initiating the Baron now. Now we have the ward actually getting information for the side of White Pandas. That is going to be Warthog's actually diving right in. It's going to be the blue team staying down Baron Nashor. There's no steal that has been made, and Green Koalas is in a bit of a stretch right now, as Fofi actually went in for the flash. Warthog actually in danger right now, with Fofi securing another more kill to the side of White Pandas. Fofi just decimating the enemy team with kills, with blue damage potential, and Fofi just jumping all around, getting kills, and that is gonna be the game number 2, going to the side of White Pandas with a lot of weight pushing it right in from the Baron lane. Advancing for stasis, just delaying the fight. Bambi is forced to back away for now with a damage output of one that is so high up there. And now White Pandas is gonna secure game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 games on a 1-to-1 standard.
Yes, indeed, Infinity. That is a good clash